Let's be honest, we all love a good conspiracy theory. Did we fake the moon landing? Are there aliens in Area 51? Is Elvis actually sipping margaritas on a beach somewhere? Conspiracy theories tap into our deepest fears and suspicions. So what happens when those crazy theories turn out to be true? It rocks our world. Buckle up because we're about to dive into the world of CIA secrets. The CIA. Created in 1947, their job is to gather intelligence and carry out covert operations. A big part of the CIA's work is classified, breeding suspicion. Over the years, the CIA has been at the center of countless conspiracy theories. We're talking about real-life conspiracies confirmed by the government itself. The CIA, formed in 1947, initially tasked with gathering foreign intelligence. As the Cold War took hold, the CIA's role expanded to covert operations. They were operating in the shadows, playing a high-stakes game of global chess. This secrecy bred suspicion, distrust, and a whole lot of conspiracy theories. Here's the thing about secrets. They have a funny way of getting out. The CIA has been no stranger to this phenomenon. Leaks, whistleblowers, and declassified documents have shed light on some of the CIA's more controversial activities. From assassination attempts to propping up brutal dictators, the CIA's track record is complicated. The truth is out there. When conspiracy theories become reality, we usually dismiss these theories as the ramblings of lunatics, but every now and then, something remarkable happens. A declassified document surfaces, a whistleblower comes forward, and suddenly those crazy conspiracy theories don't seem so crazy after all. Operation Mockingbird. They used our own words against us. In the 1950s, the CIA launched Operation Mockingbird to use American media as a weapon. They recruited journalists, editors, even presidents of major news organizations. In the 1970s, the Watergate scandal blew the lid off the CIA's covert operations. The CIA had been caught manipulating information and undermining the principles of a free press. MK mind control and other tall tales. MK was the CIA's foray into mind control, running from the 1950s to the early 1970s. They experimented on soldiers, prisoners, even unsuspecting civilians. The program was eventually exposed, but most records had been destroyed. The whole thing left a stain on the CIA's reputation. The fallout? Can we trust anything anymore? Operation Mockingbird and MK are enough to make you question everything. What does it say about our government, our media, and our ability to discern truth from fiction? These revelations force us to question the narratives we've been fed. When institutions are caught in a web of lies, it's hard to know where to turn for the truth. The rat line escaping justice, one Nazi at a time. After World War II, some Nazis escaped justice through the rat line. The CIA helped some of these fugitives in exchange for their expertise. It was a morally dubious arrangement that would haunt the CIA for decades. The whole affair raised serious questions about the CIA's judgment and accountability. From Cold War allies to fugitives on the run, Klaus Barbie, the Butcher of Leon, was helped by the CIA to escape justice. The CIA used him as an informant, providing him with a new identity. Barbie was eventually extradited to France and sentenced to life in prison. The case exposed the CIA's willingness to collaborate with former Nazis, raising serious ethical questions. Section 3. The Moral Reckoning. Can we forgive? Can we forget? The revelations about the rat line, about the CIA's complicity in helping Nazis escape justice, sent shockwaves through the world. It wasn't just about historical events, it was about confronting a deeply uncomfortable truth. That even the organizations tasked with protecting us can make morally reprehensible choices. The CIA's actions weren't just a betrayal of trust, they were an insult to the memory of the victims of Nazi atrocities. It felt like they were saying, yeah, those war crimes were bad, but these guys had valuable information. It left a bitter taste in the mouths of many, a sense of disillusionment. So, where do we go from here? Can we forgive? Can we forget? These are tough questions, ones that continue to be debated to this day. Project MKNaomi and the weaponizing of nature. Gather around, folks. This story will make you question everything about Mother Nature. Forget tinfoil hats. You might need a whole tinfoil suit. The CIA allegedly tried to weaponize the weather, earthquakes, hurricanes, even the common cold. It started in the 1960s during the Cold War with Project MKNaomi. The CIA denied its existence for years. The goal? To use biological and chemical agents as weapons. From deadly viruses to weather modification techniques. They wanted to turn Mother Nature into a weapon of mass destruction. The CIA claimed it was harmless research, but the secrecy makes you wonder. The CIA's foray into weather warfare. The CIA wasn't quite ready to unleash an earthquake on their enemies, but their attempts to control the weather are intriguing. Specifically, their experiments with cloud seeding to induce rainfall. The CIA saw cloud seeding as a potential weapon. During the Vietnam War, they launched Operation Popeye to disrupt supply routes. The increased rainfall made the trail muddy and treacherous. Tampering with the weather raises ethical and environmental concerns. Can we trust the rain, or is it just the CIA up to their old tricks? The revelations about MKNaomi and Operation Popeye sent shockwaves through the world. The CIA had been caught red-handed trying to weaponize the weather. It was a chilling reminder that even the rain could be a weapon in the wrong hands. If they were willing to experiment with weather warfare, what other crazy schemes were they cooking up? So, the next time you're caught in a downpour, spare a thought for the possibility that it might just be the CIA up to their old tricks. Trust no one. The erosion of faith in government. It's messy, it's uncomfortable, and we can't ignore it any longer. From Operation Mockingbird to MKUltra, if you're not creeped out, you're not paying attention. These incidents were symptoms of a larger problem. We think of officials as guardians, but reality is complicated. Power, like a teenager with a credit card, gets out of hand. The CIA was created to protect us, but they became the threat. They spied, lied, and manipulated us. They got away with it for years. It's no wonder people are losing faith in government. When institutions are caught with their hands in the cookie jar, it breeds cynicism and unease. We crave truth, but can we handle it? We're hardwired to seek patterns, to connect the dots, to find meaning in the chaos. It's how we make sense of the world, how we survive. But sometimes that instinct leads us into conspiracy theories, where shadows dance with half-truths. We crave the truth, but what happens when it's more bitter than we can stomach? What happens when it challenges our worldview, our faith in institutions? Do we embrace it, learn from it and grow? Or do we reject it, retreating into the comfort of denial? Knowledge is power, but ignorance is bliss. We live in an age of unprecedented access to information. Thanks to the internet, we can unearth obscure documents and expose secrets. Knowledge is power, but is it always a power for good? The revelations about these CIA secrets highlight the double-edged sword of information. They empower us to hold our leaders accountable and demand transparency. Sunlight, as they say, is the best disinfectant. But this deluge of information can also be overwhelming. It's hard to know what to believe and who to trust. The answer lies in balance. We need to be curious, but not gullible. Critical thinkers, but not cynical. It's a delicate dance, but one we must master for a just and transparent world. Section 1. The Price of Secrets. Here we are at the end of our deep dive into the murky world of CIA secrets. A thirst for power, paranoia, and secrecy can lead to some seriously messed up places. Sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction, and often far less flattering. Even in the darkest times, there are those who risk everything to expose the truth. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by these revelations. The CIA was caught manipulating the media, experimenting on citizens, and collaborating with former Nazis. But remember this, the truth came out. Maybe not as quickly as we would have liked, but it came out nonetheless. And that is a testament to the power of persistence and investigative journalism. These revelations remind us that sunlight is the best disinfectant. By exposing these secrets, we can hold those in power accountable and demand transparency. Section 2. Keep asking questions. So what have we learned from all this? The world is far more complex and less comforting than we might like to believe. Power, like a toddler with a Sharpie, can be dangerous when left unchecked. The truth has a funny way of coming out, even if it takes decades and a lot of digging. Never stop asking questions. Question authority, question the official narrative, question everything. Do your own research, think critically, and challenge the status quo. The CIA secrets we've explored are just the tip of the iceberg. There are countless other stories out there, hidden in classified documents, waiting to be uncovered. It's up to us to keep asking questions, to keep digging for the truth. Because the truth matters for our democracy, our freedom, our humanity. So keep your eyes open, your mind sharp, and your tinfoil hats handy. The world is full of secrets waiting to be revealed. Go find them.